Hey, good evening. It's Wednesday, October 14th. Thanks so much for being here tonight. We're going to spend the next several times looking at Proverbs chapter 8. Kind of alluded to it this morning about the wisdom being portrayed as the woman of wisdom, and that we're to love her and embrace her, just as we would in a marriage situation. But I'm just going to read the first 3 verses because this is the setup for us about how we should pursue going after wisdom, because wisdom is calling to us. See, this is the picture of the scriptures. God is calling to us, because if he didn't call to us, we would never respond. Never respond if God didn't call. So wisdom is active. It's aggressive in a good way. So I'll read the 3 verses and then we'll comment. Does not wisdom call out? Does not understanding raise her voice? At the highest point along the way, where the paths meet, where there's a crossroads, she takes her stand. Beside the gate leading into the city, at the entrance, she cries aloud. I'm going to stop it right there because I want to get the sense of the cry and what she's doing. Wisdom is personified as a woman calling people to truth. And this call is not in a church, is not in some religious place, not in some prayer setting, but rather it's at the robust, busiest place of the city, with all the hustle and bustle of people just crowding in. And the psalmist would have had this vision for Jerusalem. People coming in, buying, selling, cases being heard, animals, activity, just the hustle and bustle of life. And this is the point where wisdom speaks. See, the setting is this robust city full of all of life and the daily activities of life and business. People are shopping, buying, trading, arguing, interacting, transacting business, doing justice. This is the setting that wisdom is made for. See, this reinforces what we've learned earlier in Romans chapter 12, verse 1. Our life is everyday worship in the midst of life, in the muck, the milieu of life. That's what is being talked about here. Wisdom is calling out, not in a religious setting, but when you're going to the mall, when you're going to the store, when you're where people are, the activity and the fullness of life. That's where wisdom is calling to us. Because if wisdom doesn't apply in these day-to-day activities of life, it applies nowhere. Nowhere. If wisdom is only good for church, then it is of no value. But this is the call, and we're going to look at Proverbs 8 in some detail. It will take us a while, but it's okay. This is where wisdom takes place. Wisdom is meant for the hustle and bustle and pressures of your everyday life. Taking the kids to school, taking the kids shopping, running around all the activities that are there. Sports, piano lessons, life. Wisdom calls out, and she says, hear me. Join with me as we think about that. There's some things coming up. Thanks so much for being here tonight, and you have a great day. Good evening. Bye-bye.